All right, welcome to Monday, everybody. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend, had fun on Friday at our Oktoberfest. It is Monday, September 26th. We got lots of stuff to do today. So let's get started with, we'll do the suggestion box. So right over here, so you're right here, elevator's over there, and there's a little gray stand with a little black box on top of that gray stand over there. That is our suggestion box. Lots of suggestions get put in there, so I check in once a week, see what we got, and I do filter through them. So the suggestion box is for morning routine suggestions. There's been a few others that have been thrown in that are kind of good suggestions, but they're more like program related or the building related, not morning routine related. And we really want the morning routine ones, but that's okay. So here's an example. This is a good suggestion for the building. A little difficult to pull off on the morning routine, but it is sell coffee at break time. I love that we have so many coffee drinkers in the building because I love coffee. But that's a good suggestion for the building, and that's one that we'll actually look into. So thank you for that. No name, so I don't know who suggested that, but thank you for that suggestion. And then a good one for, this was kind of building-esque, but some ideas can work for the morning routine, so keep them coming. But this one is Christmas talent show. I like this idea for the morning routine because sometimes it's difficult to do a talent show in front of everybody and coordinate all that. Not that we can't do it, but it'd be kind of fun to film those talents and put them on the morning routine. Yeah, good idea. That's from Christina. Thank you for the good idea, Christina. So keep those coming. Love the suggestions. And the suggestion box is right over there. Right over there, yeah. It's a little black box over there. There's some pieces of paper you can write on and stick them in the box and I'll read them. Yeah. All right. Let's get on with some headlines, shall we? On Monday, September 26th, starting with Def Leppard and Motley Crue stadium tour sold $170 million worth of tickets. $170 million worth of tickets. That's pretty darn amazing. But they forgot to mention the third band that was wildly popular in the 80s. They didn't have the same length of time, as being popular as Def Leppard and Motley Crue, but they were very popular as Poison. So not sure why they left them off the headline there. Next headline. Wrong headline. Brad Pitt says these two actors are the most handsome in Hollywood. Yeah, I didn't know he knew Rocker Bob and Sea Dog, but you know what? Those dudes, they got a storied career, and who knows who they know. The most handsome in Hollywood? I don't know. Maybe Brad Pitt's off on that one. Just a little bit. Really, just tiny bit. All right. Why should you buy chicken thighs with the skin on them? 'Cause they taste better. Wow, that would have taken a toe off. All right, before we jump into topic for today in our discussion, let's go back in the bearded past with Zach.
Hey guys, happy Monday. How y'all doing today? I hope you guys are having a great day. But let's go. Back in the bearded past with Zach. Last week I was doing a little bit of the history timeline of video games. And I left off at the release of the Atari 2600. And if you recall, that's really when that's really when video games really started taking off. Well, by 1983, the unfortunate reality is the market was so saturated at that point. There were so many people putting out games for the video game machine that by 1983, right, they released the game E.T. for this 2600. Well, let's put it this way. It was the worst game widely, critiqued as the worst game ever made, and the company ended up burying thousands of game cartridges in the New Mexico desert. So video gaming kind of went downhill from there, actually. The video game thing, it kind of killed it off. But the industry finally came back and got its foothold in 1985. A lot of you might know this date. The Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES. Now, this was huge. It gave us a passion. It hooked millions of kids. The adrenaline rush, the Zelda games, Excite Bike. I mean, it just finally gave us something. I think for a lot of us youngsters, it gave us something that was kind of real and we could play at home. It brought the arcade home, all right? And then next, after this 85 release of the Nintendo, you had, the gaming world meets the real world in 1988. While games in the 80s, they started a lot of fictitious characters and fantasy settings. What happened is you started meeting like the real world, for example. So John Madden's Football is a great example of that, and they use that here. John Madden's Football, named after the legendary NFL coach. He basically said if this game wasn't as realistic as it can be, he said, screw it, we're not going to do it. All right? So, the thing was, it was time for the industry to grow up. Today, I'm going to leave you guys with this last thing, though. So, as we've got 85 rolling, we've got everything going, 89, the Sega Genesis launches, right? This was the next generation of consoles launched in 89. Japan-based company Sega released the Genesis, and it introduced us to another cast of classic characters, Sonic. How many of you guys like Sonic? Now Sonic, a lot of it was seen as Sonic as being a more mature counterpart to Mario, and kind of helped win over the older gamers. So this is when the older gamers started coming into us. And also too, the Sega, and this is a quote I'm reading, the Genesis was like, we're the cool kids. Nintendo was just for babies and kids, McGinnis says of the early rivalry between Sega and Nintendo. Now, remember, in 1991, Super Nintendo came out, okay, to compete with that. And that gaming did take a turn. Now by 91, you've got gaming turning now from the kid-oriented to the adult-oriented. And then that just kind of keeps us going from there. Next week, we'll find out what it's all about going mobile, man, and when that stuff started. Let's have a good one, guys. Bye now.
All right, very good. Love the back in the past. Okay, it is the last week of September. We're cruising right into October. Last Thursday was the beginning of fall, so the weather's starting to change. We're noticing it. It's still a little warm out, but it cools off a lot at night, and you never know. I mean, week to week, it's going to change. You might get some, cloudy days, some colder days, some wet days. It's time to start preparing for that change, a change of season. Summer is over. Fall is beginning. We got to move into that change. We got to change what clothes we're wearing. We got to bust out our sweaters and our jackets and make sure that our umbrellas are ready to go and hats are ready to go for wearing when it's raining outside and whatnot. But change can be difficult. I like the fall, so I'm not too worried about the change from summer to fall. I like that. I don't like winter that much. I don't mind the quick change from fall to winter as we get there and the holidays, yay! But then when the holidays are over, I'm like, I'm over winter. I just needed to get to spring. But then spring is horrible with allergies, and it's like, yeah. But here's the thing with change can be difficult. Sometimes it's sprung on us. Something happens and change happens really fast. And not much we can do about that. We just got to move through the process and adapt and adjust. But if we know something's going to change, if we know fall is around the corner, we can plan ahead. Change is less stressful, less difficult, less frustrating if you plan ahead. So that's what we're going to work on this week, is planning ahead. October starts next week. Dress code changes. No more shorts. We're down to pants. What do I got to have? Do I have all my pants ready to go? Do I need to get some new pants? Did I lose a little bit of weight over the summer and now my waistline's a little bit smaller? Maybe I need to go pick up some new pants. Maybe my shoes need to change. I don't have, all I got is, summer type shoes. Time to get some new boots or something like that. Whatever it is, you got time to plan. That reduces the stress of change, right? Right. Let's not be stressed out about change. So we'll listen to Josh, and he'll give us a nice positive poem or positive saying to get us into some positivity for change and the week ahead of us.
Hello, Josh Asbill with a positive quote. Today's positive quote: negativity and positivity can be contagious. Spend time with positive and upbeat people and you will catch their energy.
All right, great. Thank you, Josh. Now, all week long, we're going to be working on positivity and changes, how to adapt to change, how to adjust to the changes from summer to fall with employment and program and your personal life. What are the things we need to be working on? So that'll be coming up all week long. We'll be doing that in program and whatnot, morning routine, good stuff all week. It's going to be nice. And who knows what changes. You know what changes every single day? The National Day. Let's check out the National Day right here.
Good morning, everybody. Here we are, the last week of September. I just remember telling you it was the first week of September. Now it's going to be the last week, but you know what we're going to go into after this. Yes, indeed, October, and it's going to be, yes, Valentine's. Yes, Valentine's. You know they changed it to October? Oh, I'm not going to get away with that one. No, it's going to be Halloween month. It is the 26th Monday of September, and the national day is, might you ask, National Pancake Day. Woohoo, pancakes. Yes, everybody likes a good pancake. Well, I hope everybody likes a good pancake. Probably it decides what you put on the pancake. I like a lot of stuff, but I don't like a lot of stuff on my pancakes. I just like a lot of warm maple syrup and oozy butter everywhere. Just slob it all over there. And some people like strawberries and whipped cream and all those kind of things. I just want the pancake and butter. You know, everything's better with butter and warm maple syrup. Not the cheap stuff that you get, you know. I mean, Aunt Jemima, she's a good gal, but I want real maple syrup. Yeah, yummy. I'm gonna have to get pancakes. Pancakes fill you up. I just had this conversation with Angel. He said he had to take the pancakes home with his breakfast the other morning because there was so much food. And if you eat the pancake first, then you're in trouble. Because then you can't eat the rest of the breakfast because the pancake filled you all up. You gotta pace yourself when you do pancakes and everything else. So thinking about that, I don't know if IHOP still does anything for National Pancake Day, so you might check that out too. I didn't do that much research, so it's up to you. But everybody have a great day on National Pancake Day.
All right, very good. So that's the plan for the week. What's the plan for the day? 1 o'clock Facebook Live. We've got somebody talking about something positive that has to do with change coming up and things we need to do. So 1 o'clock Facebook Live. Check that out. Otherwise, have a great Monday, everybody. It's going to be a fantabulous week as we prepare to move into October, Halloween season. Good stuff. Nothing creepy in the building.